Hi, I'm Coach Pav and welcome to this demo of the plan screen, including how you can configure your training week. So we're going to start by clicking Plan in the bottom bar. And the first thing to note is this handy little plan view. Now we're not going to worry about goals today. It's going to be covered in a separate video which you can find in the Help Center. But as you can see, we've got this day view. You can scroll through and see every day in greater detail. Got a month view, shows you a bigger picture, and then you've got classic week view. And we're just going to focus on this week view for today. So starting with the top left, the little configure training week icon. Now this is where you can make large changes to your default availability per goal. So you can see I've got 2 goals coming up. So I can do simple stuff like just dragging and dropping and moving around, and this is going to help change every week going forward. I can now have up to 3 workouts per day. But let's just say I want to make a bigger change. I'm going to click the little pencil icon along from weekly volume towards the bottom. And here we're going to configure the weekly volume for this goal. So we've got a few options here for the set maximum hours per week. Want to go easier, ideal based on you, if you want to go a bit harder, and of course you can put a custom in here as well. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to leave it on ideal for you. So here now we can customize and adjust each session per sport and the durations. So you can come down and see the swim. I can choose different amount of swim workouts. I can go through here. I can change maximum duration per phase for each of these sports. Really drill down and build an absolute picture of what I want to see. From there, we can customize where we want to see where the long workouts of the week are. So for this goal, it's recommended that there's a long bike ride and a long run, but that could be different. It's also from here, you can tell Hugo days that you have to have off. Once you're done, we're going to click Generate Training Week. And as you can see, that's been updated for me. Now again, I might need to make some changes to this, that's not an issue, but hopefully they're much smaller. So again, I can maybe move the swim to a Monday, the bike to a Tuesday. I can press the little plus icon, I can add a workout. I can also press on any individual workout, customize the session, come down, change the time of day, make it a long or regular, change the intent of the workout. I want to have intense days on a specific day. If it's a Wahoo X workout, we can indicate there. Brick workout or group ride, you can indicate that here. Or also add, maximum duration or where it is, indoors or outdoors. And it's just worth noting that if you change the number of sessions or the duration of sessions in the wizard, it will automatically adjust the training hours per week. So if you mess up, you can click the reset to default in the bottom. So for now, I'm going to click done. Hugo's going to ask me if I want to overwrite previous configurations with this training week. I'm just going to ignore that for now. So what that will do is it will, after a replan, adjust all of the weeks going forward to meet that. So if we work down from the box where we just were, you can see there's the toggles just below every date. Now this is going to mark as a rest day. But as you'll see, if I do it for underneath Friday, it's also going to ask me whether I want this to be for this week only or for every Friday going forward. So as you can see, I can make changes to the training week, which is the feature that we've just spent some time editing and customizing. I can do it from the calendar too. So in this sense, you don't necessarily need to go back to that wizard every time you need to make a change for something that's going to happen to you every week going forward. So just below that toggle, you can see the weather. Now I can click on the weather and get the detailed look. And just below that, you'll see a plus icon. So if I press on that, see it brings up an option to add a session to the week. Now again, this is going to ask you whether you want to do it for every week or just this week. Again, this is just how it can make a very simple change to your training week without having to go through that wizard. You could also ask Hugo for a suggestion or search from the workout library based around a desired workout that you want to do. If I want to move a workout around, I simply press on it and then drag to a space. If I want to delete it, I'll press it, I'll drag it down here. If I want to view a workout, I can simply tap on it and I can scroll down, see the workout steps, watch videos if needed or applicable, and I can change the workout steps, which is how it's guided, and this will depend on the sport. In the top right, there's 3 vertical dots. I can click that. I can edit the workout, so I can pick a different workout directly from here, change the variations, which basically is the same workout, just different amount of reps. Or I can go down and I can do the same thing which I showed you a minute ago, where I can ask for Hugo to suggest a workout, or I can pick from the workout library based on something else that I want to do. I can also make this workout recurring, if I want to do it every week, upload a map, and a few various other little things in here. If I want to duplicate it, I can do so there, or if I want to invite a friend, I can also do that from this menu too. I can also delete from here, or push to a third party, which is essentially if it's not showing up on my device. I can click the View Week Summary in the bottom. This is going to show me everything I've done through these criteria so far this week. And I can also do stuff, configure the week from here, view the goal from here too. Last thing for me to show you are the options through the configure icon in the bottom right. So view goals and add new goal. There's a video in the Help Center to guide you on this. Configure training week is what we did at the start. Add workout or activity. Now we did this, and this is just a bit more of a detailed view of this. So if I was to just search, you can see all of the workouts associated with my name. So it makes it easier if you want to add a load of your own workouts. Add your name to it, and you'll find them easier too. Add activity. This is something which you've done, but maybe was not recorded. So we have all of these different options of sports. You can change the date, the time, and if you know it, the training load, distance, duration, and so on. Assess your performance. Now this is essentially adding testing to your calendar. So pick the sport, pick the type of test, pick the date. Hugo's going to recommend these dates based around when I'm going to be the freshest at my form. It's going to be the highest, or I can just customize the date myself. And I can add it to the calendar. And then when I've done the testing, Hugo's just going to update all of my metrics too in the progress screens. And again, there's another video on this in the Help Center. So from here, you can replan if you need to. Different various options here. Replanning, something which, again, we have a video for if you need to understand or want to understand a bit more about that. You don't always need to do the whole season or all your goals. Really depends on if you've had a deviation from what was planned, or if you have automatic replan turned on or off. So range actions essentially is just making, deleting, locking or unlocking an amount of workouts in bulk a lot easier. So if I want to lock, say a date range, say just this week, I can do that. I can even pick the sports. And basically if I submit this now, I will lock all of the cycling workouts for this week. Now what that means is if I do a replan, Hugo's not going to change these. Similarly works the same for delete, and unlock is obviously do the opposite. So last thing on here is availability. Now this is where you can view all previous and future availability. So this could be as simple as recovery weeks generated by Hugo, or you can see I was sick. You can press the little plus icon on the bottom and go through, adding all of these in here. You can toggle whether you're able to do training, whether you want to override what's on the training plan and set this yourself. Just useful if you've got advice from a doctor, physiotherapist or something, and maybe you've sprained your ankle a little bit. So maybe you want to not run, but biking and swimming can be low intensity and maybe relatively short. I'll just say 30 minutes for that. And then when I save that, I'm just going to ask to replan, and all of these changes will be implemented. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video on the Plan and Configure Training Week.